Creating a challenge is actually pretty easy. First, what you want to do when creating an add-on is to group all your files in one place, for example on desktop. So how you do that is just create a new folder on desktop, doesn't matter what it's called, and copy its directory by clicking here and doing Ctrl C. Then go to your game files. Easiest way is just to right click in the library on Aliens Swarm Reactive Drop, then Manage, Browse Local Files, go to Reactive Drop, and then there's this file gameinfo.txt. You just add a new line like this, game space and this directory in these quotation marks. And it's important that this is below these two. Now you are ready to create the challenge. So how you do that? The challenge consists of 3 files, one of which is important, 2 of which are optional. So let's see how they look in game files. They are located in resource challenges, and here are the official challenges. So if you want to create a new one, just copy the directory, so also create a resource folder and a challenges folder. And now you can copy paste one of the official challenges into here and change its name to something like, I don't know, my challenge first. Now having this challenge here is exactly the same as having it here. The game now, since what we did in the setup, the game reads from here as well. So having this here or here is exactly the same thing. Now let's see what the challenges consist of. Firstly, it's the name of the challenge in quotation marks. So first let's do my challenge. And this is the description. Usually you should write what you change in the challenge here, but I will write best challenge ever. And now here is the important part. Here are the things that get changed in the challenge. So as we can see, difficulty tier just sets difficulty tier to 1, and also it kicks low-level players. So you will want to add your own modifications here. Now let's see what we can add, what commands we can add here. So when you're in game, create your own lobby, doesn't matter which map. Now let's see what commands we can add to our challenge, which it will change. So you first need to have an idea. So for example, I want to make Marines move twice as fast on my challenge. What you do is type in the console find and speed. This will show you all the convars which have the word speed in them. So let's search for Marine speed. Here we go. Marine speed scale easy, hard, insane, and normal. The way we add them to our challenge is just to put quotation marks, the command, then spaces, and the value which it will have. So for example 2.0 now. So this will change it on easy. If we want it on normal, we just copy paste it. Normal, hard, insane. In this case, insane is actually also same as brutal, so it changes for brutal as well. So now you save your challenge, and then, oh, we have a guest here. You restart the lobby, and you can put the challenge on. When it is in your game files, it will appear always above add-on challenges. So in this case, it appears here. But when you make an add-on out of it, it will not appear here anymore. It will appear here, where the letter M is. Yes, very mysterious. Let's see if it changed anything. As you can see, we move twice as fast. Let's tell Shaz that I'm cheating. Yeah, basically cheating. So which commands can you change in your challenge? So When you search for a command with this find thing, you can see that each of the convars has like a flag what it does. So you can't change commands which are flagged client. For example, it's also with bloom, because this is just what the client can set and server doesn't see them at all. You can change commands which are both client and replicated, because replicated also means server, so you can change those. Basically, any convar which says client, you can't change. Putting it in your challenge will not do anything at all. Now, while Shas is playing here, an important thing on how to name your challenge. Where it appears in the list actually depends on the name of the file and not the name right here. So when you change uh, something here to not my challenge, you should also change the name here so it starts with the same letter, so it appears correctly in the list. The second file you can have in your challenge is a file which controls these alien spawns, and it only controls them on onslaught enabled, so keep that in mind. With disabled onslaught it will not work. Let's see how ASB challenge does it. So go to the game files, resource, and just copy this ASB thing. Also put it in resource in your folder. Now you need to rename it to what your challenge is called. I deleted it. Rename it to not my challenge in this case. And this is a big file right here. But don't be scared, there is a documentation for it. So in your game files, go to alien selection file, and here are a lot of comments about what each thing does, so you can have a read. And for example, if we want to change horde sizes, we can do minimum 30, maximum 60. So this is already gonna be like ASB, but even with bigger hordes. And when you make a change in your challenge, for example, right now we added a new file. For the change to take place, just restart the mission without instant restart. There are cases where you can restart the mission with instant restart, but just to be safe, always restart it without instant restart. Now the change took place, and the hordes will be bigger. The third file you can add in your challenge is a scripts file, and basically you can make more advanced stuff with it. Let's see what ASB does. So it's located in scripts, vscripts, challenge.asb. Let's create the same directory in our challenge. Copy paste it, and you also need to change its name so it would work. Now let's see. These things is basically the same as putting convars here. So for example, putting this and making it 1 is exactly the same as doing this, but ASB decides to do it here for some reason, so that's not important. And here is an interesting part. ASB changes various commands based on difficulty. So for example, on easy drones have speed 0.7, on normal 1.0, on hard 1.7, 1.8, 1.9 on brutal. So you can just copy this over and do what you want to do with it. There are much more possibilities you can do with scripting, but that's an advanced topic for another video. Let's have a quick review at what we created today. So this is the whole challenge. It has the standard file. So we made Marines move faster, 2 times faster on any difficulty, and we made them have no collision. No, we made them have collisions like on ASB. Then we added different spawns, which will only work on Onslaught. We made them basically the same as ASB spawns, except we made hordes like 2 times bigger or even more than 2 times bigger. Then we added a script where we changed things similar to how ASB changed them. Basically made drones move at different speeds on different difficulties. And also other things related to hordes here and spawns. And we also removed all that stuff except for marine collision, which we added into our normal file. So yeah. So now how to upload your challenge to Workshop. First go to Steam and find a game or a tool called Alien Swarm Reactor SDK. Just select Tools right here so you see it, then install it. Then go to its local files and go to this binary file. Make sure it's not this file, not this folder, but the folder in Alien Swarm Reactor drop folder, and find a file called vpk.exe. This will be an important file. You can create a shortcut and save it somewhere for now. Let's save it on desktop. So basically what you want to do is you want to just drag your challenge folder, your add-on folder into this, and it will create this vpk file. First you should probably test it, so go into Reactive drop folder, add-ons, and put this here. Now you can test if this challenge appears in game. After you have tested it and it works fine, the way you upload it to Workshop is launch the game, and in the main menu there is a Workshop button right here. Click it, manage, create new add-on, go all the way down, edit, select VPK, select that thing. Now you will also need a photo or an image. You should probably use a photo which describes your challenge better than just random stuff like this, but this is just an example. You should name it the way your challenge is named, so not my challenge. And yeah, you should probably have a more adequate name for your challenge, but whatever. And here you can describe what you changed. Best challenge ever. Many changes. And just click submit. Here it has created your challenge on the workshop, and the way you make it public is just change visibility and click public. There you go.